have an intro? Do we even say anything?
I don't know.
Where do we start?
Oh my gosh, my ears are ringing.
Alright, so we literally just got back into the room from Markiplier's You're Welcome tour. I had to think about what it even was. I can't breathe. I just I can't get enough in. It was so good. It was so funny. It was weird because we saw them all in person too, and Mark is so tiny. He's a precious bean.
And he has actual legs.
Yeah,
arms
he
and
actually
stuff. He's not just a torso and a head.
He's a human. They're all humans. I look like a crazy fangirl because I got all my garb on. This is making my head hot. I'm gonna take it off. Oh, I can see. What is there to say? I don't even know where to start. That was just so much fun. Definitely could not have asked for anything better. That was fantastic. Literally the only way it could have been better is if it was longer.
Or if we met him.
Yeah,
low.
but I mean, with their schedule, that wasn't gonna.
Oh yeah, I know.
The Q&A afterwards was very emotional.
Yeah.
It definitely made me feel a lot more inspired to do literally everything. What is it that you wanted to say? Because you were saying that you wanted to say something when we were leaving. And I'm shedding like an animal, don't mind me.
I don't even know how to word right now.
I will say the pre-show experience was what really got me, I think. I was super jittery and all, because I was like, oh my gosh, Mark is going to be in front of us, and I was freaking out. And then after that, I was like, alright, I'm ready for the actual show now. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I got it. I saw him. Good, the initial shock is gone. Got this. But it wasn't any less exciting. It was still...
No, yeah.
I was still excited to see them all in action. Doing their thing. I want to know what was in the other boxes.
Yeah, same.
At the start of the show. How different would that have made things?
Probably not very.
True. Oh, okay, I got something we can say. So, before we went to the show, we decided to kind of wander around and look for someplace to eat. And we decided to go to Taco Bell. And
okay, sorry.
Anyway, we get into Taco Bell, we're eating, talking about how surreal this whole experience feels, because we were like, this doesn't even feel real yet. We are in the same town as Mark and company, and we, it did not sink in yet, and we were still like, huh, is this even gonna happen? And I don't remember specifically what I said or what you said, but she eventually said, quote, unquote, I'm just gonna keep joking about it until I start crying. And I was like, that would be a good quote to put on a t-shirt. So I wrote it down on my phone and, left it at that. And then we get to the venue, and they had two different lines for the VIP people. They had one to go into the theater and then one for them to look at the merch. So we stayed in the line for the merch, and while we were waiting, there was this little table, and it had a sign, and it said something along the lines of write down a phrase or a word or whatever and put it in this box, and we might use it for the show. And so I mentioned that to Natasha, and I was like, hey, I should write down what you said earlier because that was really funny. And what did you write? I keep asking you that.
I put, praise the taco gods.
Okay, yeah, because she was thanking the taco gods at Taco Bell before we ate for this experience. And so we get up there, and we're like, okay, yeah, we're going to write these down. And we wrote them down on our index cards, we stuffed them in the box. And after that, I don't think we expected anything to come out of that. But it was right off the bat. They, what game were they playing? Just whatever? I don't even remember. Was that change? Or no?
It was in the one where they switched when we started laughing.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, so if we started laughing, they had to switch people out, whoever they were laughing at. And throughout that game, they were pulling out the cards and saying whatever was written on them. And Ethan came up What did he say that led up to that?
No.
It didn't even fit.
It was
really.
something
it kind
about
of
thighs. Thighs, calves. It was about calves.
Right, yeah, it was some skit about Orion, and then like somehow it escalated to thighs and touching thighs and
calves.
Calves. Whatever. It got weird really quickly, and then Ethan pulled out a card and he said something like, "Here's what I'm gonna say to you about that." And I don't think he saw it first because he did hesitate, and he was like, "I'm just gonna keep making jokes about it until I start crying." And everybody in the crowd really thought that was funny, and I looked at Natasha and I was like, "Then you start crying." And Ethan was the one that said it. And like everybody lost it in the theater. We were like, "We're funny." We did something.
But the best part was that Ethan said it.
Ethan, by the way, has a new fangirl.
He's a precious bean, and I want to pinch his cheeks and give
All
him
of
a
them are
hug.
such precious beans. Like, but yeah, like that was great. We both were like, "Oh my gosh!" She almost passed out.
I was like,
And that was like the very beginning of the show too. The dance off, I think, was my favorite.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Because that was good and funny.
I got parts of each round except for the death round.
Yeah, we'll probably have that playing like now that we're recording. Just little snippets. I appreciate the stuff that they said at the end, like a lot.
Me too.
Because I don't know, like them saying how, they're not celebrities, they're just people.
But they totally are celebrities. But they totally are just people.
Like, I don't even see them as celebrities. Like, I
don't like the word celebrity.
Because they're not. Like, they're something different. And
they're definitely role models.
Yes, oh my gosh, yes. These people are fantastic people.
Can't do this.
This whole video is just going to be us fangirling about everybody. Cause
I thought that was the plan.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh. I don't know, just the things that they were saying at the end about, don't give up, keep trying. Because 5 years ago, they were nobodies, and now they're out doing live tours because so many people appreciate what they do. And I don't know, that makes me feel good.
Oh, that's so weird to think.
Like, that could be us one day.
I mean, what were we doing 5 years ago?
What were we going?
Sophomores in high school, 5 years ago.
Ew,
I was learning trumpet.
I was in Miss Jessel's English class.
That's the first thing you did.
Yes, because that class was scary. I'm a fangirl, okay, but I also respect these people a lot.
Yes.
Like, I fan over all the stuff they do, but I also respect it. Like, I was telling Natasha when we were waiting for the actual show to let people start singing that I just want to be friends with them, like, so bad. And she was like, well, they'll just say that you are friends. And I'm like, I know, but that's not what I mean. Like, I want to have a genuine relationship with these people and be like, look, we care for each other. Like, let's do things together, and that's never gonna happen. At least, not anytime soon, if it ever does. But they're just those kinds of people. Like, that's why I don't feel like they're celebrities, because they're not to me. They're just friends. They're just hanging out, playing games, and doing skits and whatever with you.
Honestly, I expected there to be way more girls there that were like, oh, they're so hot, And yeah, there were those girls there, and yeah, they are super hot.
Oh my gosh.
But like,
let's not get into that.
But like, I just expected there to be a ton of them, but it was a really loving area, and that was my favorite part, was that everybody was there for them, and they were there for us.
Yeah, it was a nice circle.
Nice big hug.
Yeah! That's exactly what it was.
In one sentence, that's how I would describe it, a big hug.
That's exactly what that was. It was a big hug for everybody.
Yeah.
That's nice to think about. That's a nice way to put it. I like that.
Thanks.
I just wish it wasn't over yet.
Yeah, one night was not enough. Like, that hour and a half or so, like, that was not enough. But like, it was enough. It
was good. We just wish there were more nights. See, I'm used to like a convention schedule.
Yes,
because
exactly. That's what it feels like.
I was thinking that when we were waiting for them to let everybody back in for the main show, I was like, this feels like a convention because you got all the people wearing the nerdy shirts and the tickets and the passes and like everybody freaking out about who they want to talk to or whatever. And I just was like, this feels like a convention, but this is definitely not a convention. This is the first time I've seen a staged show in 5 years. The last one I had seen was Maroon 5 in concert. And that was back in high school. I remember that. Because that was the year that I had Miss Jessel for my English teacher. And I was like, hey Miss Jessel, I'm not going to be in class these 2 days. Hope you don't mind.
A school-produced stage show count? Or something
it could.
Pay for. Well, technically I had to pay for some of that. Because I saw Rent.
Well, if that counts, then the last thing I went to was Kinsey's play.
Oh.
The 80s thing. The one I took Sean to. It's on the channel. Look it up. But anyway, point being, it's been a long time since I've been like in a stage show setting versus like a convention.
Yeah.
So it really threw me off. And then like when it was all over, I just kept thinking, oh man, we still got more to go. And then I was like, no, actually we don't. This is not a convention. This is it. This is the one night and you're done. And I weirdly have post-con depression because of it.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
We agreed that we were going to binge watch a bunch of Mark tonight. And Ethan, I guess. I've not actually watched anything on his channel. The only things I've seen him in were whatever videos he's done with Mark.
Yep.
He's precious. They're all
I
precious.
just want to pinch his cheeks.
I just like, I am so motivated to make artwork right now, it's not even funny.
I feel
And like, I haven't been this motivated to make art in a very long time. Which is depressing to say, but it's true. And
I feel that.
I've actually been talking to Joseph a lot about that, how like, there's a lot of times where I just sit in my bed in my dorm and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. And like, that's sad.
I agree.
Even though I have like all this stuff to do. Like I've got plenty of videos I need to edit, I've got plenty of artwork that I need to do, and I just don't have the motivation to do it. But like that inspired me so much.
I think the best part was like, I didn't expect anything less, but the best part was at the end when you just get to see how what's the word I'm looking for?
Like how
Give me a minute.
real?
No.
Serious?
No.
I don't know where you're going with this, so I can't help you.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read it.
What are you trying to say?
Give me a minute, I need to walk it off. Give me a minute to talk to yourself.
Gosh. I just want to make people happy. You know, like that was the whole reason I thought doing a YouTube channel would be fun, was just to make people happy. And so far, like, I mean, we've been doing pretty well. And it's a fun thing to do, just to get together and make videos with everybody. That's all that I wanted out of it. And then I've got like all these other aspirations to make and sell art and write my books and get those published one day. And
Anyway.
anyway.
Okay, I'm trying to You're like, I'm listening.
What are you gonna say?
Okay. My favorite part was at the end when, like, you know, they're doing the Q&A and they're talking to you, but like you get to see how grounded and humble they actually are.
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect anything less. Like from them, I didn't expect them to be all high and mighty like some are, like Ethan said.
Yeah,
like
I
I totally agree with that.
People do
I
that,
really
yeah.
do.
I've seen celebrities be like that. Celebrities.
Like,
I'm gonna use that term loosely because
Yeah.
it can define what it is. Christian, stop!
But it was just really cool to like see that they're so real. Like you know they're real. You know in the back of your mind they're real, but like they have this front to them that like they're not real. You know,
Yeah.
like they're on a screen and you can't physically see them.
Which is like, it's so, I'm just gonna like throw this in there, it is so bizarre to spend years watching these people on a screen and then seeing them in person. Like, it's it blows your mind.
It was also really confusing because, like, usually you see them, like, you know, right
Yeah,
here.
like,
but, like, now they're, like over there. But, like...
You're in the same room.
But yeah, you're in the same room. But it was just really cool to, like, to... Each and every one of them talked about their own self-doubts, and that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
It's just, you get to hear, like, what they've struggled with, and, you know... And they, I don't know, they just really made everyone in there feel good. Like I said, a big hug.
Yeah.
Like a really big hug.
That's what inspired me, was just that they are very human. Like,
yeah.
I wasn't joking when I said they're human. Like, they actually are human. Like, they...
You know, they don't get up on the stage and be like, oh, I love you guys, and then go back and be like,
then,
all right,
like,
next show. No, they really, they said that they sit and they talk about it, and, like, every single show, they said they sit and they talk about it, and I really appreciate that. Like, it feels like they know us individually.
Yeah, and I really like that. It's just funny because, like, I appreciated hearing it from everybody else because I feel like I always hear it from Mark because he always makes those, like, 3 a.m. videos where he's just like, guys, I'm dying. And we're just like, Mark, calm down. You're okay. But
yeah.
it was still nice to, like, hear it in person, like, every one of them be like, yeah, we suck sometimes, and it happens. That's why we're here now. Everything about tonight was fun.
Except for when we were trying to leave and it was a big crowd and random people were bumping into me.
I mean, but, you know,
I don't do that.
There was like hundreds of people leaving all at the same time.
That was also incredible. Like, you don't think it's that big.
Like, it really didn't feel like it,
You know that it's that big, but it doesn't feel like it. And then you get there and, like, we were kind of in the front, and, you know, you turn around and there's literally rows on top of rows on top of rows.
It went, like, straight up, and there was just people everywhere. But, like, I don't even though, like, I would turn around and see all those people, I was still like, this place isn't all that big. Like,
yeah,
this isn't massive.
But, like, you don't imagine the fan base being that big.
And well, that was just a teeny tiny fraction too, because Mark by himself has 8.5 million subscribers. Like, not even counting anybody else that was there that's fans of the other guys.
Yeah.
Like,
what I'm saying is, like, if you were to go out in this hallway and ask somebody, do you know Markiplier? Like, more than likely they'd say no.
Yeah.
But if you were to ask them, like, do you know Taylor Swift? Do you know Jake Gyllenhaal? They'd be like, oh yeah, definitely, even if they've only heard their name once.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, so it just felt really intimate, but it's, like, also really big.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a special community.
It's a big hug.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep going back to
because that's what it is.
Hug.
That's exactly what it is. It's a big hug, and I'm so happy to be a part of that fandom because it's amazing. Like, I was telling my my secretary. That sounds really weird. I'm not like that special. My secretary for my club.
Oh, I was like, what?
That sounds like I'm like high and mighty and stuff. No, the secretary for the creative writing club at my school. We were talking about our plans for fall break, and the weekend before, she had actually gone to see Ed Sheeran in concert. I know.
What?
I know. And I was so jealous, but at the same time, I'm like, but hey, like, I get to see Mark. And, like, we got to talking about what all we were doing, and I said, you know, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to Atlanta. She was like, ooh, what you doing in Atlanta? And I'm like, I'm going to see a YouTuber that I'm, like, a big fan of that I've been watching for 3 years now. And she was like, whoa, really? And I said, yeah, and I'm so pumped, and, like, oh my gosh, he's going to be there, and, like, it's not just going to be him either. It's going to be, like, all of them, and I love all of them, and I was, like, just throwing it up all there about how much I loved Mark, and I told her the story about how I started watching him, and she was like, oh my gosh, so this is like a big thing for you, and I'm like, you have no idea, this is so amazing. And
it's kind of weird, like, going in knowing that there are so many others that have kind of similar stories.
Yeah. Because, like, I mean, I see, like, the comments and stuff all the time, and I'm like, you know, yeah, part of me is like, this isn't the place where you should say this, but whatever. And then part of me is also like, oh, see, I relate.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't even know if I've ever said it in any video, but, like, when I started going to college, I went to one school that the majority of my friends weren't going to. And although they were both in the same state, they were vastly separated. And even, like, my boyfriend was going to this other school.
Yeah, I'm practically on the border. Well, I mean, you are now.
Well, Anyway, so like we were really separated, and like some of my friends from high school went to the college that I started at, but we just never had, our schedules didn't work out so that we could hang out or talk or anything. And even though I tried to make friends, for some reason it didn't work. I'm not really sure if that was more my fault or what. It was probably more my fault, but I don't know. Because like even my roommate tried to hang out with me like a couple of times, and I was just like, no, thank you.
Your roommate was...
She was weird though. Let me tell you. She was nice, but she was weird, like in her own way. And
she's gonna see this and be like,
I'm not gonna name her, so whatever. But like I got along better with her boyfriend than I did with her, and I think that made her uncomfortable, and I apologize for that. It's just that we didn't have anything in common, and I had more in common with her boyfriend than I did with her. And I felt bad about that, but I was like, I mean, I can't help it. I'm just an awkward person like that. Like, I don't know. But anyway, like, it was so bad that I wouldn't leave the dorm unless it was to go eat or to go to class. And that was it. Anything else, I just stayed in my dorm room all the time. And it was right before then I was getting into watching YouTube regularly, and that was when Mackenzie introduced me to PewDiePie. And I realized I hadn't watched them in a while because like high school was like really busy for me.
at least that last year.
Yeah, gosh, senior year was rough. Anyway, so I was watching some of his videos, and I was watching, I think I had like a prop hunt video on, and I was just listening to it while I was cleaning or something. And I remember, funny enough, I remember hearing Jack's voice. I found him first.
Yeah.
And I just remember hearing him yelling, and his accent is what drew me to him. And I was like, who is this man that has this beautiful Irish accent and is just screaming? And I went and found his channel, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this guy. He's amazing. And I instantly latched onto him. Like, oh my gosh, I binged, I think it was The Escapist, because he was just doing that series. And he was almost done with it, and I binged the whole thing in that week. And then I was watching another prop hunt video of his. I don't remember why, I think it was just, he did it, and I was still like, just had it on for background noise. And that is when I heard Mark's voice, and I was like, whoa, that voice is amazing. Who owns that voice? And I went and found it, and I saw like all the stuff that he had played and everything, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing too. So I got really excited, and I just alternated between the two the entire year. Like, I would just watch whatever it was they were playing all the time. I got excited every single time they started a new series. Like, I was really into it. And when I was explaining this to my secretary, she was like, so basically, like, they were there for you when nobody else was. And I'm like, you have no idea, because, like, nobody else would even talk to me. Like, the only other person I was talking to was Joseph, and then occasionally Natasha.
Yeah.
And even then, that didn't happen a whole lot, and it was really, really rough on me. Like, I'm pretty sure that I still have some kind of depression from that. I would like to think I don't, but like I said earlier, I have trouble motivating myself to do anything, and somehow I end up watching like Netflix or something now. Like, I don't hook on to YouTube as bad as I did before. Like, that was a drug for me that year. And then I moved to the school that everybody else was at, and instantly everything changed. Instantly. And like, I was actually going out and doing stuff. I was talking to people. I was rooming with Natasha, as you guys know, and like,
I'm the best.
That changed absolutely everything. And now, like, we have a YouTube channel, and we're like going out and doing stuff. I'm the president of the club at my school, and like, which is going very well this year. People are actually interested in
Better
participating.
than last year.
Yeah, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing last year. But point being, like, they were there for me when nobody else was, and that's why I appreciate them as friends more than I would a quote unquote celebrity, because they were there to make me feel better when I had nobody to talk to or anything to do other than homework or eat. And like, that's a sad life to live. That was awful. But like, you know, I have that experience now, and that experience led me into this fandom of these two fandoms. Arguably they're one fandom, because like everybody loves both of them. Like, I don't know.
If
like,
you love one, you love the other.
yeah,
you know?
there's no way that you don't. That's just how it is. But yeah, like I just that's how I got drawn into the big hug. Into the big hug, because I needed some kind of support there, and it's weird to say it like that, because like it wasn't any kind of like personal thing. It was just like they were there to make me laugh, and I needed that, and I appreciated it a lot. So here I am. I was the one that showed you, Mark, right?
Yeah, so I guess it's my turn.
Yeah. What is your discovery story?
Okay. Alright, we're going into depressing territory here. I mean, we've been in depressing territory, obviously from your story.
I mean, hey, like everything's cool now. Like,
well, yeah, that's true. Back to the depressing story. Excuse me.
yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Okay. Why are you so adorable?
I just wanted to wear my hat. Continue your story. I'm listening.
I'm so pale.
That still hurts my ears. I gotta take that
I'm
off.
so pale. Look
Me
at how I'm
too.
shining.
I'm like as white as this t-shirt on, so I don't want to hear it.
Touche. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know the first video I watched. Do you remember?
No. Was it something that I just had on?
No, because you specifically showed me. I remembered that much.
Was it the War Stash interview?
Yes!
Okay, because
in your car.
Yes! Yeah, okay, I
On
remember
your
that.
phone in your car.
Because that was the first video that I showed my parents, and they were like, okay, I don't know why you watched this guy, but whatever.
Okay,
yeah.
So...
I just thought it was a good introduction video to his personality. Arguably, I could show you many other videos now, but anyway.
Anyway, so that was the first video. The interview with Work Stash. Okay, gotta be honest, I didn't like him at first. I just didn't. I just didn't get the humor behind Work Stash. I guess you just have to know Mark better before you like go into Wharf Stash.
Yeah, because I found that video later, like, because I had been watching him play games and stuff for a while, and then I found that stuff, and I was like, who is this Wharf Stash character? Oh my goodness!
I don't know, I guess I just didn't get that he's just like murder. You know?
Murder!
I don't know, I just didn't find him funny. But I guess after that I didn't really mess with it. I was just like, okay, this is just somebody she watches. This is just something that she does, I guess. But then she starts flipping out about everything.
This was still while before I moved to.
Yes, please poke me in the eye. I'm sure it doesn't sound actually that close, but
I was just trying to remember, yeah, because this was like you were coming over to hang out or something.
Yeah, I was just
right?
coming to chill.
Because it had been a long time since we had last hung out when that happened. And that's why I was super excited to show her who this guy was.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, continue.
But I guess, I guess I just thought that, it was just something you were into and that it would blow over. But it didn't blow over.
Clearly.
I don't really know what happened eventually. I guess I just watched some videos. I'm sure you threw some onto me. And
I know part of it was when we were rooming together, and like she would go out or whatever, and I'd be the only one in the room, so I would put it on the TV just to have something on. I wouldn't really be watching whatever it was he was doing, just have it on while I did dishes or whatever.
It was definitely last year that like I really started to look for his videos myself. I've done it a lot since I don't live with you anymore, and it's just really weird not to like that first month that I didn't live with you, it was just really weird not to like hear his voice in the background. Like it was just so weird. So I would have to go look for his videos myself all of a sudden, And yeah, I did like PewDiePie first. And you remember when we were into the computer nerd?
Yeah, God, that was like when we first started watching YouTube.
I miss him so much.
Whatever happened to him?
I'm sure he's still doing stuff.
Anyway.
But I liked PewDiePie. I didn't really I wasn't on schedule watching him or anything.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite parts like about PewDiePie is all the jump scares and when he does the scary stuff, because I can't do the scary stuff because like it really messes with my heart, like physically messes with my heart. So I can't do the scary stuff. So it's just cool to watch it and not have to do it myself. I think that was one of the things that kind of drew me into Markiplier, was all the scary stuff, and he was just
that's
like,
what definitely sucked me in because of his reactions and everything. And I was like, bless this man, this is amazing.
He's so funny, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of what he like does is just like uncut.
A lot of it is, yeah. He just does whatever, and it just happens to happen the way it does, and he's just like, okay.
But like mine isn't necessarily as deep as yours until today. But junior year in high school, I started having anxiety, and then once I hit college, I had depression. So I don't know. I don't really have an outlet for that necessarily. Like not a specific one. There are several things that like help with that stuff. And I guess when I'm watching like Mark's videos, it's like all of it just goes to the back of my head, and you know I can just sit there and laugh with you, especially with you, and it's just funny, and we can like crack up, and like all of a sudden we have all kinds of inside jokes that like people like on the street wouldn't get, except those select few, and they'd be like, and then we'd be like,
Markiplier.
But anyway.
Because it's like sitting in the room with him, you know, he's playing his game or whatever, we're all like laughing and screaming with him, we're just like, yeah!
Yeah, oh my gosh, especially that weird, like, it was like Five Nights at Freddy's, but it was like the elongated, like, black boogeyman thing. You know what I'm talking about? That one?
Boogeyman?
Oh, it was literally boogeyman. Okay, I was like falling off the bed while watching that. It freaked me out.
That was actually really funny, I remember that.
It freaked me out more than Five Nights at Freddy's.
Because it didn't scare me that much when I first watched it.
I can play Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't think I could ever play that. That was...
That one wasn't intense.
No, he was just like... And I'm like, no!
And Mark was like sick when he was playing that too, right? When is he not sick, honestly, but...
That's true.
Because wasn't he? Because he was like having a really hard time talking.
Okay, wait, okay.
Anyway.
Back up. So, okay. I wouldn't say that he necessarily helped with like my depression or anxiety, but it was just nice to sit down and laugh and have all that crap just go to the back of my head. And you know, it was just gone for a little while. And I guess it really didn't hit me until like tonight when he was doing the Q&A, like how much he actually has helped me. Like I don't feel like I have anything as strong like as you have or anybody in there. I feel like I'm the minority. But, well, I mean, that's not a bad thing, but I feel like I'm not as connected, I guess. Like, you're a super fan and I'm a fan.
But see, you also haven't been watching him as long as I have.
That's very true.
So, there's that.
But one of the things that, like, I never realized until tonight is, like, Mark's always like, oh, I could have been an engineer. I don't know what I am doing in college right now. Like, I'm taking a semester off. I still don't know what I want to do, and I need to figure it out. And I don't know. I guess, like, he's just, like, it just kind of, I really, especially when, oh God, what's his name?
Tyler, Bob, wait, Ethan.
No, Bob, yeah. He's the one that went to law school.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I'm bad with names.
Because Wade also tried to go to law school and was like, nope.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay. Especially when he said that he went to law school and, like, finished and, like, you know, didn't do anything with it. Like, and now they're on stage making people laugh and, like, giving to charities and all this good stuff. And that makes me feel really good. It, like, kind of shines a light on the end of my tunnel that's really pitch black. I don't have a clue where I'm going. I don't like college. I don't want to go to college anymore. But I feel like in this world I need it. But I can't afford it. See what I'm saying?
The U.S. in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, I don't know, tonight it just like, I feel a lot more empowered. I feel a little more hopeful,
yeah.
I guess, because, you know, none of them did anything with...
Well, you know Ethan is as old as we are, right?
Yeah, I'm aware. But, like...
He's a baby.
He's a
little baby.
But, like, Okay, let's take Ethan out of there. Alright, none of them like did anything with like schooling. They're just up there having fun, and I love that. And I don't know, I guess I'm a little more hopeful now, you know. Okay, now we can put Ethan back in there and give him a little kiss on the head and the forehead. Not on the lips though, he's too young for that.
Okay.
I just want to pinch his cheeks.
He is precious. He's a little baby. Tonight was good.
Emotional.
Yeah. It was emotional, but it was good. It made, like, even after when they were saying how, you know, like the whole emotional thing about, you know, don't stop, keep doing what you're doing, that kind of stuff. That made me feel better. Just because for the last while, I've been feeling like I don't know if I still want to even do half this stuff anymore because I just don't have the time for it. It's a struggle to sit down and get myself to do anything.
I totally agree with that.
Like, I can't, because I have a business. I am a business owner, and I cannot even keep up with it. And, like, there's nothing even happening. I just can't, like, I have so many ideas of what I want to do with it, and I just won't sit down and do it. And that's more on me than it is on anything. And, like, after hearing that from all these people that I have looked up to for so long, I'm like, no, I can do this. It's okay. Like, I just need to sit down and focus and do it.
I mean, yeah.
And, like, I want to do it all right now, but I have nothing with me to be able to do any of that, so I'm just like, okay, well, maybe when I get home, I'll sit down and start doing it. Why are they such good people?
I don't know.
We don't deserve them.
Mm-mm.
This world does not deserve people like them. It's sad.
Yeah. I'm just over here agreeing. It was like super cool to see them like be super goofy and stupid, and then they sit down and have a serious talk with you.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Which, can I say too, like, I love how you can tell they're obviously really good friends, because when
Yeah.
like a couple of them would be up front doing whatever with their skit, I was watching Mark and Tyler or whoever was in the back,
Yeah.
and they would be talking to each other or laughing about whatever was going on, because, you know, like, this is all totally improv, so, you know, like, they didn't know what was going to be said or what was going to happen, but, like, they were all really enjoying it no matter what was happening. They were all really into it. I like that, you know, like, they're not doing this because they're forced to. They're doing it because they want to, because they think it's fun. And I appreciate that a lot. Which is why we got into YouTube, because we want to do stuff together and have fun together and do it because we can.
Yeah, I like the idea of skits. That was the main reason I wanted to do it, was the skits.
We have good plans for the channel. I'm excited, and now I feel extra motivated after those nice motivational speeches that they all gave.
Can we say goodbye to the emotions?
Yes. This was a fun night. This was a fun trip. I wish there were more, but, you know, I'm totally satisfied with what we got out of it. This is good.
Yeah.
I'm happy with how
I actually have a Mark shirt.
Yeah. I have a baseball cap.
I never bought one because I'm poor, but I bought one tonight. Oh,
It has all of them on it.
and it has Ethan on it.
It has Ethan on it. And it's in blue.
That's so weird.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's just weird to think about.
What?
Just because, like, I knew him, and, like, in the videos, and it's just, like, it's like, I just...
Good explanation.
I don't know what to think anymore. Oh, gosh. I can't English, and I'm out of word.
So anyway, to sum up, tonight was amazing, and it was a giant hug between the fandom and Mark and company.
You know what? Let's just bring it in for a hug.
Yeah.
Let's bring it in. Bring it in.
Big hugs.
Big
Big hugs
hugs.
all around. Big
Yay.
hugs. Yay!